YouTube, few creators rise from complete obscurity to global recognition as fast as Sina Drums, better known as Sina Drums. Her channel exploded thanks to viral covers of rock classics like In the Air Tonight and Back in Black, racking up tens of millions of views from a modest bedroom studio in Germany. With her calm demeanor, precise timing, and effortless mastery of the drum kit, Sina quickly captured the attention of both casual fans and seasoned musicians. Her unique edge: she wasn't trying to be flashy, she just let the rhythm speak. But as the numbers climbed and sponsorships rolled in, few people paused to consider the pressure that might be building behind those perfectly timed fills. From the outside, Sina was the definition of success: young, talented, and consistent. But even early in her rise, there were subtle signals that something wasn't right. Fans saw the perfection. But Sina was starting to feel the cost of that image and the weight of needing to keep it up. What the fans didn't know was that behind every polished upload, a silent struggle was beginning to unfold. Long before she was a YouTube sensation, Sina was immersed in rhythm, practically raised on the beat. Growing up in Germany, she was surrounded by music, thanks to her father, a professional musician and producer. While most kids her age were figuring out school or chasing trends, Sina was mastering complex drum patterns and rehearsing with a level of focus rarely seen in children. By age 7, she was already playing along to Toto and Phil Collins, guided by her father's structured lessons and most of all, flawless drumming. It wasn't just music anymore, it was a business. With sponsorships, branded drumsticks, merch, and a global audience waiting on every upload, the stakes were higher than ever. But here's the dark twist. What the audience praised as dedication was often Sina pushing herself to the edge. She worked long hours behind the scenes, sometimes re-recording the same section dozens of times to avoid any imperfection. Her YouTube algorithm became a silent taskmaster, demanding constant content to stay visible, to stay relevant, to stay successful. She couldn't afford to stop. And as many creators know, once you're in that grind, taking a break feels like failure. Sina was keeping the beat for millions, but her own rhythm, her mental and emotional tempo, was slowly collapsing under the pressure. With internet fame comes internet scrutiny. As Sina's fame skyrocketed, so did the comments, and not all of them were applause. Critics began labeling her as just a cover artist, claiming she lacked originality or emotional depth. Some even went as far as to accuse her of faking parts of her performances or relying too much on studio polish. For a young woman who had built her brand on authenticity and skill, these attacks hit hard. But what truly stung wasn't the hate itself. It was how much of it she started to believe. Sina began doubting her own talent, questioning whether her career had value beyond clicks. The echo chamber of doubt got louder, fueled by trolls who never saw the hours of work, the childhood practice sessions, or the emotional exhaustion. And while fans kept tapping like buttons, behind the screen, Sina's confidence was quietly cracking. In a bold move to silence critics and prove her artistry, Sina began releasing original compositions, collaborations under the project names Kai Might and Sina Feet, Friends. These tracks showcased a different side of her: songwriting, arranging, even vocals in some cases. It was her attempt to evolve, to escape the algorithmic prison of cover content. But here's the kicker: most fans didn't even notice. Engagement plummeted. Comments asked when the next classic rock cover would drop. Sina was pouring her soul into new material, only to be met with digital silence. The emotional blow was immense. It wasn't just rejection, it was invisibility. The very audience that once cheered her rise now ignored her when she tried to grow. For the first time, Sina questioned whether her fans loved her or just the familiar beats she played. Despite millions of views, Sina's financial reality was far from glamorous. YouTube, ever-changing monetization policies, and declining ad revenue meant that even viral videos didn't pay as much as people assumed. Sina had to turn to Patreon, sponsored posts, and freelance gigs just to sustain the channel. Fans saw the polished setup, the mics, the lighting, the drum sets, but few realized that every month was a scramble to stay afloat. She even opened up about how disheartening it felt to chase numbers just to survive, rather than create for joy. This was no longer a passion project. It was a fight to keep her musical dream alive without selling out. And the scariest part, the very platform that built her career was now the thing she feared losing most. Sina's mental and emotional burnout didn't happen overnight. It showed up in subtle ways long before anyone noticed. Fans began seeing gaps between uploads, less energetic performances, and more introspective captions. In rare interviews, she confessed to feeling tired, pressured, and unsure of her future in music. She took several short breaks, citing creative fatigue, though some suspected deeper issues. Instagram posts hinted at emotional lows, but were often buried beneath algorithmic noise. The cheerful YouTuber persona couldn't mask the fact that Sina was struggling to find balance, to find joy again. And when even her silence failed to raise alarm, Sina realized she might be battling this alone. After months of reflection, Sina returned with a new tone, still drumming, but with messages layered beneath the music. She spoke openly about burnout, the harsh realities of online fame, and the need to support independent artists. Her newer videos had less polish and more heart, behind-the-scenes footage, collaborations with smaller creators, and raw takes that once would have never passed her perfection filter. She also made a bold move, relocating to London to pursue music with a fresh mindset. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a reinvention. Sina wasn't chasing the algorithm anymore. She was chasing meaning. But even now, the question lingers, can she finally find peace in the rhythm she built her life on?